Crunch Time, and as always, behind the microphone is the village chick with plenty chic. My name is Cathy Malejane. Today we are touching on one of the sectors that we're so passionate about here on Crunch Time, and we're looking at digitization. We know that the fourth industrial revolution is here. It's not coming, it's here. And so we're talking digitization and SMMEs. So to talk to me about that, I've got Segametsi Mafa. Segametsi is founder and MD of Xcellence, which is an ICT and management consultancy business. Segametsi is passionate about digital awareness and education to help change mindset and transform safely to the fourth industrial revolution. Grooming graduates as well as youth, in addition to programs for ICT graduates, are some of the outlets that Segametsi has tirelessly labored in for the past 3 years. Serge, a very good evening to you. Welcome to GabzFM. Welcome to Crunch Time.
Good evening, Cathy, and good evening to our lovely listeners out there.
Now, Serge, we're talking digitization, and I want to focus on the SMME and the informal sector because a lot of the time, cash flow on the side of the road, cool time, your small and also your micro, your medium people who a lot of the time when you talk digitization, I think you and I were chatting earlier and you said something that was very important, which you said too much of the time people have relegated digitization to the IT department and they don't seem to bring it home. Let's start off first of all just by getting a bit of an understanding. When we're talking digitization, what are we talking about? And then I want us to get into what you need to be aware of regarding digitization. So what is digitization? What are we talking about?
Okay, thank you, Cathy. Digitization in the first place, I think I will explain digitization. I will also touch on digitalization, and then I'll talk about digital transformation, because these are the ways that we use interchangeably most of the time. And when you talk about digitization, we are talking about conversion of the manual and the hard-worked labor paperwork that you have into automated or computerized material. Take, for instance, as a small medium enterprise, like you are saying, you may be selling your sweets, you may be sitting next to a notebook which you are continuously writing stock in, and people are buying, and you are able to less stock and put the prices on the side and all that, and you have all that handy. When we talk digitization, we mean now you taking that book, copying it into an automated system. It could be a computer, it could be a way of using your smartphone so that you have that record in digital form. That is what digitization is. And most of the time we interchange digitization with digitalization. Now you have digitized, you have all that paperwork now in a computerized format. I'll call it that way for us to understand. Now you have a process of now utilizing or transacting from that information that you have now digitized. You may now start putting it in Excel spreadsheet, where now you can even make predictions of stock, where you can now even be able to make estimates of how much you have made or what you might make tomorrow. Now you are using a number of resources from the automated systems that you have or that are exposed to you to be able to even make future prospects of your business. So that is what digitalization is. And then when you talk about digital transformation, we are now talking about you taking from the aspect of this organization now using a number of business activities and processes and automating them to help you now be able to do more with less. It could be, you know that you are every day or in a week's time you are supposed to buy stock from a certain shop. Now with digital transformation, because that shop is online, now you use your estimates that you know to send your request for procurement to that shop using your phone or your computer or whatever to procure whatever you need to procure, and it gets delivered to where you are selling, and that's Samausu. Without you logging that Samausu every day to go and buy stock, you can actually every week procure from a certain shop where you have found a good deal, and they will deliver to your doorstep. So this is now using the activities that you would have normally used traditionally to now use them to make it easier and more convenient for you to continue working. So for a small enterprise, wherever you are sitting, digital transformation is here, digitization is here, and you can equally benefit from using all the resources that you have.
I love it, and thank you so much for that explanation. I think that's a very important one. Jaanong re tlhalosetse se gore ke eng go le botlhokwa gore e re ga ke le mo kgwebong e ke le mo go yone go sa kgathalesege gore ke dira eng kgotsa how big or small my operations are. Ke eng go le botlhokwa gore e be ke ntse ke bua ka yone digitization, digitalization kgotsa digital transformation?
Go botlhokwa gore e bo re bua ka magoko a ka reng a makima mme a se makima for every business e ka tswa e le nyenyane go le kae. Go botlhokwa because one, we are living in a very competitive society. Business e ka hale ka ha tsotlhe di batla di-clients, tsotlhe di batla di-partnera, tsotlhe di batla people ba leng gore ka ra heta ha ba re this is a good opportunity that I can invest in. Jan, what makes you different? That's why we talk digital transformation, and we are saying it is for all of us to be aware and take opportunity, because number one, you are competing with your neighbor. Number two, you want to make profit or you want to improve on your performance as a business. And therefore, it is important that you look out for the opportunities that can help you perform better. Again, we should be mindful of the risks that are involved as well in business. Before we even go to digital transformation, exposure to risks such as cybersecurity and all that, before we even go there, every business is exposed to the risk. And therefore, how do you make sure that you are protected?
What kind of risks are you talking about?
We are talking small businesses. We are using digital money or digital transactions for our selling of everything that we do. You know, the mobile networks, all of them have a way of us paying through the mobile networks, mobile money. So we are all there. And because we are using those technologies and those tools, those are some of the risks that we can get exposed to, where people are saying, I'm paying, give me that water bottle. You give them the water bottle, you give them the popcorns and everything, and they are telling you that they are paying. You don't get the message, but they've started eating the sweets. But the message is not coming through, but they show you a message to say, I've paid. And then they leave, they go away, and eventually you realize that they did not pay. Though they showed me my number, they did not pay, they ran away. So how do you protect yourself from such things? Again, people steal business ideas. It's real, it's there. So we encourage people to go on social media so that they spread their businesses to the majority who have their digital footprint already on social media. But how do you stay protected as a business so that somebody doesn't steal your business idea, manipulate it, or even use your name as if it is you? So it's important that we talk about these things, and we still encourage that we move ahead. We don't say, I'm going to remain in my manual process without risks, because lona li bua gore hanga tsena mo social media batho ba ke go mkutswela business. Let you be exposed to that and then cover yourself. That's what we are saying.
I want to remind you that anytime I have an expert in studio, it's not just for me alone. I'd love for you to also engage with us, and I'm going to encourage you to just focus on the WhatsApp line. If you can send a message to the WhatsApp number, it's similar to the studio line. It is +267 3956 962. Send your questions, your comments, and your queries, and I'll make sure that Serge goes ahead and responds to those. And probably, I'm also going to be trying to get her back in studio, because even as we were going through the questions for today, I realized no, this is just, it must just be an introduction. So make sure you send through those questions, comments, queries to the WhatsApp line. Once again, it is +267 3956 962. The show is called Crunch Time. It happens every Wednesday from 6 to 7, always with the Village Chick with Plenty Chic. My name is Cathy Malejane. Do not touch that dial.